everybody, welcome to G.Parkers Arcade Room. I'm down here in the office because I got something new. I got the Xarcade2TV XR. You can Google Xarcade and you'll bring up this page here. And I bought the bundle. And let me tell you a little bit about this bundle that I got. And there's so much to tell about this. I'm going to do it in segments. You wouldn't believe how many attempts I've made to get this video together and get my thoughts together on this because it's kind of driving me nuts. But let me first talk about getting it. And I want to thank Off-Grid Arcade for pointing out to me a discount code that he put in our Discord. Now, this thing, the main thing that I'm interested in, and I think Bart was looking at it for, was the fact that it works with Pinball Fx on your Meta Quest headset, the Quest 2 or the Quest 3. So you can actually play pinball with the buttons and have the headset on. It's kind of cool. Now, I've already tried that, and it worked. And another cool thing is they give you a code when you buy this thing to get that for free, because unlike the other Pinball FX and stuff on Steam or Epic, they do charge you on Meta $10 for the base game, but you do get 3 tables with it. But they include that with this. And if you already have it, you can send them proof that you've already owned it, and they will refund you $10 from this price that I'm about to show you. So anyway, here it is, the bundle. Now, the other thing I need to tell you is that the Heptic kit is a pre-order only. It's not coming right now, but it's included in this price. You pay for it all up front, pay the shipping all up front. What I did get was the control head, the fight stick, if you want to call it. I did get the stand, which I do not have set up yet. I've got this set on a little table I got here in front of my computer system. Because I'll tell you what, I'm waiting for my son Travis to come out and put that thing together for me. It looks a little complicated, and you got to get down on your knees, and I can't get down on my knees right now and do stuff like that. Walling around on the floor is not good for me right now. But anyway, enough about that. So anyway, I clicked on this one, and you can see it's $6.99 on sale for $5.99. I added it to the cart. I already added it to the cart. It's up here. I already got the discount figured in. Remember, it said $5.99 over here. Well, I got it for $4.19 because I used the code that Off-Grid Arcade gave me. And let me bring that up. It is BFATV30. BFATV30. If you put that in on checkout, it brings that price down to $419.30, and you get a free Xarcade G1500 soundbar, gaming speaker, and it also has a microphone, which I'm using right now. So we'll see how well that works. Okay, let's go down to the, there's OBS. Let's go down here and open up Steam, because this is the first thing I want to show you. I did try it on the Quest, and again, I'll get into that later. But I just wanted to show you using it as a fight stick in RetroArch, because that's another thing I wanted to use it for, and I wanted to compare it to my games. I've got the Legends cabinet, but I also have those game products that just came with hockey puck and a fight stick, and it just worked just like a X input, I think is what they call it. Let's go over here and look at my library, and I'm going to show you something here. This is the first thing you need to know about this, and the reason I'm telling you all this is because there is a lot of people buy these things as gifts for kids or grandkids or whatever. You got to become somewhat tech savvy. Of course, maybe your kid is. Maybe he can figure that out better than I can. But first thing I found out was, if you're doing that, see over here, if you go to RetroArch or any of these games, it's got this button you can push here. You can enable Steam input. Do not do that. Do not do that. But also on this system, you can set this up so where it works like an Xbox controller, or you can set it up to work as a keyboard. Then you could use it with all the buttons are for a specific key on the keyboard. You can see this is recognized as an Xbox 360 controller. I don't know, that's what Steam recognizes it at. You can set it up to a keyboard, then you can use Joy to Key or use their Steam input thing, but you don't need to right now. So let's go back on that. And I found it plays best in uh, big picture mode. It seems like I can control all the menus for the games with the fight stick. So now, there I was just using a mouse. Okay, now I'm using the controller. And I do have it set up. Well, let me get to that page in the book so I can give you the right description. I apologize. You have to bear with me. This is called it does keyboard mode, DI input mode, or X input mode. So I got it set to X input mode. And I don't know why and it's kind of funky how you change those modes. I had to do a firmware update. That's another thing. When you get this, go to their website and download their program for this, and it will let you do a whole bunch of stuff on this. And one thing I did do is a firmware update. Now the problem is, it's just like anything else. At Games did this too. You watch YouTube videos. This thing's been out for a while, and people tell you to do things this way, that way, this way, that way. Well, when the firmware update comes along, erase all that stuff because the video is not accurate. I mean, I'm doing this video right now in November 2025. If you're watching this beyond this date, a lot of the stuff I'm saying, probably a bunch of malarkey. But anyway, here we go. We're on the keyboard. We're going to try RetroArch first. I have tried Zaccaria Pinball and Pinball FX3, and I've got to get back to fiddling around with some more input. You know, I can hook my Xbox controller in here and go right to those and play. But I tried them, and it don't work. So I figured I'd start with the easiest video of one that I got working kind of sorted. It still gives me some problems sometimes. For example, right now, I've got my A button cut to A button, B, B, X, Y. Got my start button and my select button. Well, right now, I'm going to push the A button, start RetroArch. Hit the A button to play. The minute RetroArch starts, the two get reversed. And I went into the settings in RetroArch and programmed them A and B. And if you're watching this and you can tell me what I'm doing wrong, then feel free to leave it in the comments. But that's the problem I'm having right now. I'm having numerous little problems. Another thing is these keys are very touchy. And I'll show you something a little bit on setting up on the computer, what it's doing. You know, you set up these joysticks. There's a little button in here that changes the joystick mode. And if you accidentally, and I mean, they're just breathe on them. You barely touch this little LED sensor up here, this touchpad, and it changes the setting on that and it'll make them not work. And there's no light. There's no LED light that tells you that that's activated. For example, going from these different modes that I told you about, keyboard, uh, DIN pin, or DIN put, and X pin. Once you set it up, there's no way to look to see what it's set up. You got to cycle through them again. Let's make sure you're on the right one. Mainly, if it just quits working. Anyway, right now I got it working. I got it in the right mode. Let's go down here to favorites. So let's play a little Galaga. Let's see what Galaga does. Now, if I hit the A button, it acts like the B button that backs up. So now I hit the B button. Now I've just learned to accept that. That's just the way it is once I'm in RetroArch. When I'm out of RetroArch, it's working fine. Maybe I've done something wrong here. Just telling you my experience. Also, if I didn't mention, I'm using the mic on the keyboard. I mean, the mic on the speaker that they sent me. And I've got to turn the volume down here. Okay. So it does have a volume adjustment. It does have different sound modes. That's actually one of the nicest things about this thing is the little sound bar. I mean, it's got cool little LEDs. There you go. That's what it looks like. So Anyway, let's play a little Galaga. Let's the select button does work over here. I can select one player, two player. Now I did have a problem when I first got this, that it was playing only on one player side, and I thought, well, this is no good. You know, why would you want to switch players when you got a two-person light stick or controller? And let me see if I can find that description in the catalog. Okay, it's switching joystick modes. Press the mode button on the touch panel to switch uh, the joystick from A pad to D pad, or from D pad to A pad. Okay, there's a you got to hit the mode button for player two side and player one side. Well, first of all you got to do is barely breathe on those things, and they'll change. So, and there's no light, like I said before, to tell you what mode you're in, but also what mode there's no light to tell you which one you're in. You just hit it and it toggles back and forth. But it'd been nice if they'd had a little light here that says you're in D-pad mode or A-pad mode. I don't know why they left that out. There's a couple other things they left out. They paid attention to a couple things that I'll get into later, and then they left something out, and that has to do with the VR setup. I don't know. There's certain things I just don't understand why they did them that way. And if they'd sent me a prototype, these are a few of the things I would have suggested to them. Anyway, here we go. I think I've got it set up right to where I should be able to play two-player. Now, you got to remember, at this time, I hit this B button. No, I've hit player one up here. I hit player one. Okay. That's right, because I set up a start button and a select button. I already did that. Select button I actually got as a pinball flipper button over here on the side. Okay, B button and A button both fire on this one. So here we go. We'll play on the left side of the joystick. There we go. There we go. Actually, I'm not doing too bad. The controls feel good. Now, I'll tell you what, these buttons, though, I mean, I'm just barely tapping this thing. I mean, if you rest your hand up against this thing, it fires. Which is good, except when you're using it for settings. Especially this little LED touch panel up there. Let's see. Okay, made it through round one. Let's go ahead and get killed here so I can see if we're working fine. I'm going to... You know, isn't that something? I can't get killed. What's up? I'm trying to play a good game, and come on, there we go. Good grief. Okay, let's go to player two. We're on the right side now, and we're using the A or B button on the right side. Shoot. Okay, there you go. Now, there's a way to quit. I set up a hotkey. There's a way just to go out of the game and back to the main menu. Hold the select button for 2 seconds right there. Go back and hit close content with the B button, and you're right back at... Now, I want to hit the A button to back up. And there's other games. Now, there is a trackball on here. There's all kinds of cool things on here. It's cool. But I want to tell you, too, I did try this on my Raspberry Pi, which Xbox controllers just hook up and they go. And for some reason, my Pi's old. I've had it around for a while. I've had RetroPie on it. And I did have to go in and do some update. And I had to select a driver in there to recognize this X pin. So I might do more on that later, but you can actually search YouTube and find a video where they talk about they need that, but I can't remember which one it was now. That's how I figured it out. Or maybe I just Google searched it and told me. It said you have to have the latest update, and there's a certain thing you have to check in the menu. So anyway, just it's just a heads up about that. So anyway, here you go. So this is my first blush of running this thing. let you see what it looks like. Uh, I did get it to be able to play Retro Pie. Let's see what else we got here. Let's go. Let's go to Pac-Man. Again, I got to hit the B button. Hit run. Oh, and that's another thing. It comes with gates, 4-way, 8-way gates you can put on here to make it easier playing some of these type of games. Well, doggone it, you got to take this thing apart to install. You got to pull out a bunch of screws, take the top off. You got to put them in from the underside. And I did find an STL file online through Thingiverse, I think it was, that you can print one that goes on from the top. You just raise up the little washer and it slides in under there, and you can do that. So that's going to be my next project, is try to come up with something like that. Let's select one player. Let's hit, and here we go. I don't think this is the best version of Pac-Man, but it's the one I got on RetroArch right now. And there I died. And again, I hold the select button for 2 seconds, go down and close content. Back up, back up. I think that Pac-Man, it's like a 2600 Pac-Man or something. Controller. And I just died. Now I did set up hotkeys to take me straight out of RetroArch. Takes me right out of RetroArch. So there you go. There's the first blush of the game, as far as playing it using retro games on an emulator. Now I'm sure they'll all be different. I like this RetroArch right here on Steam. You can load your ROMs up and it works really good. Let's hit the B button to back up. And actually, you can hit this and B button again. You can go down here, and it's kind of cool. You can actually suspend system, turn off system, restart whole system, exit big picture mode, or exit Steam. I'll just exit Steam here. There's one other thing I want to show you real quick. To make sure this is working, the first thing they say is see if your trackball moves your cursor like a mouse. Well, it does, so that's good. Now, I've already got this put in here. I'm going to go to Setup USB Games and Controllers. This is, I'm setting this up to this controller, hit Properties, and this is the right one. You can see it's the point of view hat. Okay, hit OK. Go down here to this one, hit Properties. Now this is why it didn't work for me the other day, both controllers. Let's go back to this controller. Oh, I gotta hit OK. Let's go back to this controller. This is the controller that I'm talking about. Now you see how it works. Left, right, left, right, left, right, up, down, up, down. There's your buttons. That, for some reason, those two buttons are set up as axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if these side buttons got anything. Yeah, this button 7, the right one is. Let's see on this other controller. Okay. It's the controller on the left and the controller on the right. Okay. So let's go back to this. Now, I'm going to go back to this controller again. But what I'm going to do is on this pad, I'm going to hit I'm just going to touch P2 mode, which changes the joystick settings. And it doesn't take much to touch it. And it's going to make a liar out of me, probably. Okay? Now, let's go to properties. Ah, see, it's not working anymore. It's not working because I tapped that button. Now let's go over here. Let's tap the button on player one side. Go up here. We're going to hit OK. Properties. Not working. Not working. That's why the right side wasn't working. Now both sides aren't working. There's no light on here to tell you what mode you're in. There's nothing to tell you change it, and you barely have to touch that button. I'm going to hit OK. And I mean, you just can scrape your hand across there or lean your hand against it. I can lean my hand against it. Well, I guess it takes a little bit of a touch. But I'm going to push them both. Now, properties. Right side's working. Properties. Left side's working. So see, there's a little glitch right there. In my opinion, it's not really a glitch. That's the way it's intended to do. But see, the way I had the button configuration was to use that point of view hat as my way for using the mouse within RetroArch. So you've got to make that's the main reason there. And I finally went to the manual, and I noticed that pushing that would change that. And again, I'll go right back to the description in the manual. If I can find the manual. Well, anyway, in the manual it says that it changes. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. Don't get old, folks. Yeah, you can switch between A pad and D pad for each player. So there you go. That's one of my little complaints at first. Two things. One is when you change this thing to, well, I'll tell you what. Let me try this too. Let me hit OK. Now I'm going to hit this button here and hold it, the center button. Okay, it's still working. Okay, this is the one. Press and hold that button. It flashes red now. See, it says on the computer screen, your game controller is not connected correctly. Retry. Okay, hit cancel. Now I'm going to hit and hold this. It's blue. That's that D pin. Okay, let's hit this controller now. See, it's called Xarcade2TV wired controller. Okay, hit properties. Huh, it went away. Hit this. Hit properties. Okay, there it goes. Okay, it's working there. It's working that way too. But there's no light to tell you which mode you're in. So that's kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to play with that and figure out. But I'll hit OK here. Now I'm gonna hit this one more time. It should flash green. Okay. Now, I think I need to close this. Okay, now it's called an Xbox controller, Xbox 360. but there's no LED light on there to tell you what mode you're in. You have to be on your PC to tell you. I mean, it does turn green. It turns blue for one mode, it turns red for a mode, and it turns green for a mode. But see, that's now it's this color up here because I've adjusted the color of, you can set this up to do whatever color you want up here. So it's all there, but long story short, there is no definite way to tell which way these controllers, what mode they're in, or what mode this whole system is in, just by looking at the system. So that's my first beef about it. Okay, everybody, I got the headset on. I got the dongle hooked up to the Quest headset, which is what connects it to the Xarcade controller. Now, it has a pass-through, so I can still hook my battery up to the dongle, and so I kind of like that. Now, when you first bring it up, it's going to first open Pinball FX. It's going to come up and it's going to say normal mode or Xarcade mode. Hit Xarcade mode. Then it says you can cancel if you want to go back to the other mode. But what you got to do is you got to put, there's two holes in this, two holes in this cabinet, or in this controller. Oh, what the heck's going on? Okay, put those controllers in there and hit both flipper buttons. Please align the pinball table with your Xarcade2TV XR device by inserting the controllers into the slots at the top of the arcade device. Then simultaneously press the white buttons on the left and right sides, which are your flipper buttons. I'm going to hit those. Okay, here we go.
Welcome aboard. I hope you're ready to smell some gunpowder and hear the clap.
You gotta find that button.
Not every day.
It's on the right side. It's on player 2 side. That sixth button over there, which I'm kind of feeling for. These two are here. Okay.
The wind is picking up.
Launch.
Aye, let's go.
And there, the flipper buttons are working. Now I do have my what do you call it? Your little area set for sit-down mode. So I'm sitting down right now. You can also have it to stand-up mode. But here we are playing Sky Pirates, and I'm now using the Xarcade2TV controller linked to the Quest 2. I'm using Quest 2 with this dongle. Oh.
I can't believe it.
Actually, I do. Now, when I get that heptic kit, I should be able to reach down here and pull the plunger, just like a regular plunger, instead of having to hit this button. And if I get my hands on this controller just right, I can find that launch button. It's right there.
Where did you learn to aim?
Now again, I've done this before, but I'll show you where I had a little problem here in a little bit. Let me at least get one game in here. And of course, I'm watching it in beautiful VR, and what you're seeing is not a 3D rendering of what I'm seeing, so unfortunately you can't record and see it the way I'm seeing it. But it is absolutely beautiful.
Gold, gold, and more gold.
Whoa! Ball saved. Another downside is it's like a hybrid. You have to use this in conjunction with your controllers that came with the Quest. It would have been really cool if they could made it so it's integrated to do everything. To launch your game. But I know that Xarcade worked with Zen Studios, obviously, because that option when your headset's hooked up comes up to check to pick that particular mode. Hey buddy, how you doing?
The
What's over
wind
there?
is picking up again.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, there's that little guy talking down there.
Hit the top hole. Skill shot.
Oh, $1 million. $1 million point skill shot. $1 million point.
Hey.
Nudge.
Shiver me timbers. Watch it.
And what I had a problem with was changing tables. As soon as I played one game all the way through, I'm trying to reproduce what I did the other day, and hopefully it won't be a problem today. Because the Quest, I did have the Quest 2 do all its updates. Again, I updated the firmware on the Xarcade controller.
Hey, where did you
Hey, you're being noisy over there. Oh.
Wasn't even that hard.
Oh, almost lost that.
Change of course. Gold, and more gold.
Well, ball
I
lost.
can't believe it. Time to look for another.
Game over. Now, see? Now I have to go back and get my controller out. Okay. Then I can hit play again, or I can hit exit table. Now, what I want to do is I want to exit this table. Okay, so I hit the B button on that, and I should be able to go to another table. Oh, I guess I can look around this way, I forgot. Okay, Pinball Nor, Elvira, I don't have that yet. Let's see. I want to make sure to check this out, I want to make sure I go to a table that I know is, okay, Pinball Nor. Oh, yeah, there's Pinball Nor. Let's go to Pinball Nor. Okay, there it is. Now, I'm sitting here with Pinball Nor. I've got this controller working. Now, I'm going to center myself. There we go. Now, I'm going to take the two controllers. Here they are. And I'm going to set them. But see, I don't have that clear, that pass-through. That pass-through automatically comes up when you go in that mode. I'm going to put this controller in here. Okay, I'm going to cheat. Okay, there we go. Now, I put that in there, that in there. I'm going to hit both the flipper buttons. Okay, I don't. Why did it do that? Why in God's name did it do that? Now I'm having to relaunch Pinball Fx VR. Starting all over again. Create a new room boundary. I'm not needing that because I'm sitting down and I had it set up for sit down mode. Okay, welcome to Xarcade mode. You restricted to playing a pinball table. You can use your touch controllers for the rest of the game. To start Xarcade mode, please select and play a table. Okay, I hit OK. So I'm going to select I'm going to select Pinball North. There we go. Now, I have no clue. I took this controller out. Okay, recenter myself on the screen. Let's do that. There I am. Map, settings, inventory, MRVR switch. Okay. Okay. Mixed reality mode. During the room scan, you have the option to set up a door, or if you skip it, the door will be automatically placed afterwards. This will serve you. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So how do I get that menu back? Okay, I guess I'll hit quit game. Now, let's hit Pinball FX. For some reason, it's not letting me. It's not giving me that initial screen. Create a new room boundary. I know, you don't need to remind me I'm in seated mode. Okay, see, it's already went to this screen, which usually comes up after you set that up. So I hit OK. Now I should be able to just Okay, I'm going to go back over to this table because that's the one it worked on before. Okay, now, it did not give me that screen that lets me pass through to put these in here and align my hands and push the two buttons. I do not see any way to get back to it. So with that, I'm going to stop this video and come back to you as soon as I figure out. I'm going to reset the whole headset and see if that makes any difference. But as you can see, let's this is another table I own, Curse of the Mummy. Now maybe right trigger. Let's hit play table. Okay, play. Okay, that's what you got to do. Xarcade mode. Put these down here. Now see, I was under the understanding when the game quit, you could just walk straight over and start the game, but evidently there's something I gotta do. So let me, let's see if I can reproduce that again. So maybe it's error on my fault, error on my part. It just seems a little cumbersome to change. Okay, I wonder if there's a button that lets you exit the game. Oh, I'm gonna grab my controller.
Launch the bolt.
Okay, let's exit this table. Let's try this again. Let's go over to Pinball Norm. Let's center myself on the table. Right trigger play. New game. Xarcade mode. Okay, drop this down in here. Hit these two buttons. See, I can see that pass-through mode. I can see where those two holes are. Hit the buttons.
I was
All right,
thinking
problem
when I was
solved.
out of working.
Well, shame on me. But there you go.
Oh,
there is the Xarcade or
Only one
Xarcade2TV
The chances are slim, but
controller, fight stick, whatever you want to call it, two-player fight stick, hooked up to my MetaQuest with their little dongle. Now, while I'm playing this game, I'm going to switch over and show you something. Here's another little complaint I got. A common sense complaint. I'm an old man. Yes, I complain. And yes, I try to look at things with some
Only
common
one
sense.
bullet.
In the bottom of
the
this
chances are
control
slim,
panel
but
is a storage
never
box.
zero.
A storage compartment that you can take and change these ball tops to bat tops and store them away so you don't lose them. Hey, great idea. There's also some tools that you can store in there to just change the bats with. But this little Bluetooth dongle, why didn't they put a little compartment on the top, underneath, on the side to store it? Because I'll tell you what, if you lose that, you're done. And it's small. It could fall off your table and on your couch and your chair, fall down in something, get stepped on. When you're not using it, it should have a place to store it.
Thank you, my lovely.
And, you know, I would normally wouldn't complain about that, but why would they make a compartment for your bat tops or ball tops for your joysticks? Why would you make one for the tools and not make one for that little Bluetooth dongle? So that's another little complaint I've got.
Pop in, dog.
But other than that, now that I've got this figured out, I'm pretty happy. So there you go. That concludes this segment. I don't know if I'll move on to anything else or not, but for right now, that's it. Yeah, I think I will end this. I'll do some segments on some other stuff later. But for right now, I think that's going to end the video. And thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Bye now.
Never zero.